أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Madam Chair, Commissioners, Lead Counsel, Assistant Counsel, viewers and listeners, members of the press, good morning. Welcome back once again for our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. Without further ado, I have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair for our next item on our today's agenda. Madam Chair, over to you.
Auzubillahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I will call on Honorable Sila to lead us in Muslim prayers and Honorable Joyner to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
Auzubillahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Fallahu khairul ibsan wa huwa arhamur rahim. Nasrun minallahi wa fatun qaribun wa basharin mu'minin. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin al-Fatih lima ughliqa wal khatim lima sabaqa naziril haqqi bil haqqi wal hadi ila siratikal mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadarihi wa midari azim. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabiyyih alladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallama taslima. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. O God our Father, Almighty and Eternal Father, we are grateful to be alive today. We appreciate all the wonderful things you have done for us. Guide us through the remaining days of the year. We cannot do without you. Guide us on our journey and lead us to the path of salvation. Through Christ our Lord, we pray. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Witness.
Good morning.
Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. Can you kindly hold the mic close to your mouth so that when you talk, what is your religion?
Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Yes, sir.
You wish to swear or make an affirmation?
I wish to swear.
Okay. Can you hold the camera? Raise your right hand. Oh, okay. You want to swear by the Holy Quran?
Yes, exactly.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Hold the Holy Quran and then repeat after me.
I,
Samba Faye,
Samba Faye,
do swear that
do swear that
I'll speak the truth,
I will speak the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing
nothing
but the truth.
but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Faye. You are welcome. Council, you may proceed.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Council.
Please kindly remove your... Can you state your name, your full name to the Commission?
I am Mr. Samba Faye.
Your address, sir?
I'm staying in Brufut.
Your occupation?
I am the CEO of Plantation Nurseries. It's actually a green climate enterprise.
Can you please speak to the microphone?
I say I am the CEO of Plantation Nurseries, which is a green climate enterprise We specialize on propagation and management of climate resilient and drought-resistant seedlings of forest, fruits, and vegetable seedlings. Yeah, moreover, our mission is to combat deforestation, mitigate climate change, enhance food security, and also support environmental sustainability for the Gambia.
Mr. Faye, are you doing an advertisement?
No.
Yeah?
I just want to give you a brief background about what I do.
About what you do?
Yeah.
About what your company does?
Sorry?
I said you're giving a background about what your company does.
Yes, exactly. From a banker to an environmentalist.
To pay for advertisement.
Yeah.
You worked for the AGIB bank at some point in your career?
Exactly, yes.
From which year to which year?
From 2011 to 2021.
21. In what capacity?
I started as a marketing officer, rose up to become a retail banking manager.
At what, in which year were you promoted to retail banking manager?
In 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
So you were there when Cardiff Municipal Council had a relationship with Espace Motors Quantum Net and also the bank in relation to the purchase of trucks.
Perfect.
Correct?
Correct, yeah.
And this would have been in 2018, 2019?
Yes, 2019.
2019. And what position did you hold at the time in the bank?
Yes, I was the account officer for KMC at that time as a relationship manager.
The account officer?
Yes.
For KMC?
Yes.
You were the relationship manager?
Yes, exactly.
What is your educational background, sir?
Sorry?
Your educational background?
I am a BSc holder in business administration from Swiss Management University.
You went to primary school?
Yes, Latikunda Yiriganya Primary, later proceeded to Crab Island School, then later to Pipeline Comprehensive, where I did my secondary. Later also I proceeded to GTTI to did my ABE from 2005 to 2008.
Yes.
Then later proceeded to Switzerland to do my BSc in business administration.
Very well. Do you recall giving a statement to the investigators?
Yes, I recall giving a statement, but it was a long time that I could not.
Yes, 2023, 12th May 2023. We'll show you a copy. Please take your time and go through the statement. And when you're done, you can tell the commission whether that this is a statement that was obtained from you. Is that your statement?
Yes, that's it.
We apply to tender the statement of the witness, Samba Faye. The date is 12th of May 2023 into evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement dated the 12th of May 2023 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/SF/KMC/001.
Permission places. Now, Mr. Faye, you were working for AGIB Bank, and KMC and Espace Motors, they had an agreement to purchase trucks, 19 trucks.
Correct.
You played probably a central role, I will call it, in relation to making sure this was realized. Now, how did they approach the bank? Who approached the bank between these two parties? And what was the agreement that was really entered into between the AGIB Bank in relation to the purchase of these trucks?
Okay, when the mayor came in newly as a mayor of KM. When Talib was elected as the mayor of KM, there are two things that he wanted to clear out. That's the debt portfolio of KM.
Yes.
And also wastage was also the main problem of KM up till now.
Yes.
However, AGIB was the banks that they wanted to close some of the accounts.
Yes.
So when we realized that we had to approach them, then we talked to them. Then they asked us, some of the plans, projects that they want to implement, which is to at least manage the waste in the KM.
Yes.
So that's the time we started talking until a proposal was sent to the bank for us to do a valid project for them. Yeah.
Let's proceed with that. So after the proposal was sent, what happened?
We realized initially they wanted the wards, that is the 19 wards, to apply for the facility.
Yes.
However,
so KMC sent the proposal.
Yes.
To AGIB.
Yes. So we realized that.
And this was in a document form.
Yes, I think it should be in a document form. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So basically, the initial was for the 19 wards to apply individually. So we realized that they do not have capacities for them to apply.
Why is that?
Why? Because they will not be able to pay the facility.
19 wards would not be able to. Each would not be able to pay the facility.
No.
How do you know that?
Well, if you look at the cost of the Mbalit project and also the repayment, which is over 3 million, that is going to be the repayment. So each of those wards cannot generate a revenue of monthly $3 million. Yeah.
So you are saying the proposal first was each of the 19 trucks would have to service their loan.
Yes, that was initially.
Yes.
But however, I said it could not proceed because these 19 wards,
yes,
they do not have the capacity to pay these trucks.
And I asked, how do you know that?
Assuming it was not even a non-starter, we could not proceed. It was later we realized that they could not pay. They would not be able to pay the facility. So it was later restructured to, that's where the partnership came between Espace and KMC.
Yes.
Yeah.
So before we get into the partnership between Espace and KMC.
Yes.
So the bank already knew it's a non-starter in relation to the 19 wards funding or paying the loan.
Exactly.
Because we know each truck would cost, let's say, $5 million.
Yes, exactly.
Or thereabout, correct?
Yes.
And that would be in addition to the bank charges.
Exactly, yes.
Which will be, you said $3 million?
No, I mean the repayment. The repayment was up to more than $3 million repayment.
Yes.
Yeah, so that includes, yes, for each stocks, yeah.
So that would be roughly about $7 million.
No, the $3 million was for the whole 19 trucks.
Okay.
Monthly repayment, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, please proceed.
Okay, it was later Espace and KMC had to have an agreement.
How did Espace come into play?
Excuse me?
How did Espace come in the picture?
Well, because already AGIB and Espace have this relationship. Yes. Whenever there is a project or such kind of things, we had to engage them because they are also part of the group. So that's how they came in. Because AGIB
came. Which group?
The K group.
Now, don't assume that I know. Because it's an evidence gathering process.
Yeah, I understand.
So just give us the information. Don't assume because the commissioners know as well the relationship between Espace Motors, Q Group, you call it, QNet, and whichever company is part of this group. We may know in the individual capacity, but let's just say it as it is.
Yeah, it was later, like I said, the Espace and AGIB, they are also in one group. That is the key group.
Yes.
Then, because we had an agreement, even without this Mali project, because AGIB and Espace have been in relationship for a very long time.
Yes.
So now we've realized Espace deals in, trucks, vehicles, and the like. So that's how the relation, KMC and Espace had to come in.
So who
and
approached
negotiate.
Espace?
I cannot remember who approached one another, but as far as I know, there was this meeting or agreement that happened between Espace and KM,
yes,
in which later they had to come into agreement.
Yes.
Yeah.
But before that, who approached Espace? Espace was not in the picture in the beginning. It was strictly KMC and AGIB Bank in the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning, Espace was not there
yes,
at the beginning. However,
yes,
it was later that Espace came in because
how
AGIB,
did they come in?
Well, AGIB cannot procure those, trucks
yes,
without Espace.
Yes.
So hence we are in the same group.
Yes.
Then Espace had to
now
come in.
How did they come in? How we want to know the details. Is it because of the arrangement you had, you call it the joint venture you had with Espace?
Yes, exactly.
Joint venture.
Joint venture, yes, exactly.
So AGIB approached Espace?
Yes.
Is that a correct statement?
That AGIB approached Espace?
Because AGIB cannot procure the vehicle?
No, AGIB cannot, yes. That's the time we had to engage Espace.
So AGIB engaged Espace?
Yes.
Okay, please proceed from there.
So from there, there was this agreement that was signed and invoices were provided from the supplier. Then I, as the account officer, had to prepare the facility.
Who signed the agreement?
The agreement was signed between Espace and KMC.
And KMC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was later we realized the amount that was involved. Then a facility was processed and sent for approval.
And sent for approval?
Yeah.
And who prepared the facility?
I.
Now, what was the nature of the agreement?
Well, the agreement basically was a tripartite, Espace, AGIB, and KMC.
Yes. It was a tripartite agreement.
Yeah.
And what was the role of Espace Motors?
Well, the role of Espace is to procure these Malik trucks,
yes,
and to be delivered to KMC.
And AGIB Bank?
AGIB Bank was to provide the financings.
The finance?
Yeah.
And how much was to be financed? Do you recall?
Well, it was 101 million, if I could remember. Initially, yes, 101 million, as at my time.
As at your time?
Yes.
Please proceed.
Yes, when the facility was prepared, it was sent for approval. Then my boss also had to go through it, then send for credit committee.
Yes.
Then I realized it was declined by all of the managers because of they thought it was not a viable business for the bank. And though there was a collateral that they offered for investment collateral, that is a cash cover, but we realized, perhaps they realized it was not a viable business for the bank.
Who offered a cash cover?
KMC.
What kind of cash cover did they offer?
It was like a fixed deposit sort of, but I could not remember the exact figure.
So KMC made a fixed deposit?
Yes.
But that would not be enough, because if they had the money, they would have already procured the trucks.
Yeah, honestly.
So how much would they have deposited as a way of cash cover?
Yes, the cash cover is very small compared to the amount that is being applied. Very, very
minimal. It would not
minimal.
in any way help the bank to realize its investment.
Exactly.
So it was torn down.
It was, yeah.
Was that a legitimate reason to turn it down?
Yes, it was a legitimate reason.
So is it also legitimate or a fair statement to say the process or the business was not viable at that stage?
Exactly.
Now what changed? What happened?
Well, after a month or so, I saw the Mbari trucks paraded from Banjul, that is the ports, going towards the KMC.
Yes.
That's the time I realized, okay, the funds, Espace went ahead and bought these stocks, yeah.
So you did not know
Well,
at some point?
yeah, at that, when the facility was declined by the credit committee,
Yes.
you know, I did not know when the money was transferred to Espace Motors account for the procurement of these vehicles, these trucks as well.
So my point is, after you were done at that stage, you did not know at any point as to how they end up agreeing to the proposal that was rejected?
No, no, no.
You did not?
I do not know.
Is there any reason as to
Well,
why?
for me,
you were the account officer for
yes,
KMC?
yes, definitely. I was the account officer for KMC, not Espace.
Yes.
Per se. But when I realized that it was declined, that's why I, stopped. But it was later I realized the Mali stocks were supplied to KMC.
Do you know whether the terms changed?
Well, I may not know at that time.
Is there any reason why you would not know?
Well, I don't know any reason.
Now, Espace Motors gave you invoices,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
And where did this invoice come from?
Well, the invoices came from the main supplier, that is Photon in China.
You have access to the invoice that
No,
came
no,
from
no,
Phuton?
no, no, no. For now, I do not have the invoice.
Where do you show the invoice that came from Phuton? See,
Yes,
or
literally,
Or did
yes.
Espace Motors prepare their own invoice?
Whether Espace, no, I'm not aware where Espace Motors prepared their own invoice. The only invoice that I saw was the Photon, the main supplier from China.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, we had the 19 trucks, it was purchased at some point by Espace.
Okay.
The initial agreement was that the 19 wards would fund the payment.
Yes.
Your first meeting with KMC, do you recall when this was?
The first meeting with KMC.
Engagement you had with KMC regarding the purchase of these 19 trucks.
Yes, I could recall because
Which year was this?
It was 2019.
2019. Okay. So in 2019 as well, in January, we have minutes of meetings in which the issue of the trucks were discussed. Let me just read to you. It says 3.1 says the individual wards would recover the cost of the services, collections and transfer from the household and business by collecting user fees, which will be utilized to pay off the cost for the trucks. In the event some wards cannot meet their monthly payment obligations, they can borrow from other wards with healthy bank balances so that none of the wards will be at default. This will circumvent financial penalties to the defaulting wards. However, there must be assurance that the money will be paid back to the creditors. In order to provide an additional security for the ward, Council will open an investment account with AGIB Bank. Funds in this account will be utilized only on special cases, and the borrowing wards will have to pay back to the account on mutual agreed date. This was the agreement you had with
Espace, right?
Yes.
With
KMC.
KMC and AGIB, right?
Yes. KMC, AGIB and Espace. The idea was you as a bank would finance the purchase of the trucks.
Yes, yes, yeah.
And I want to know, who were you giving the loan to first?
Okay, the bank did not give loan to KMC.
Okay.
As far as I can remember. It was initially being processed for KMC, but unfortunately, it was declined.
Yes.
So another arrangement was made. I don't know how was that arrangement made until the funds were disbursed into Espace for Espace to purchase these trucks. I have no idea how all those transactions.
You had no idea how it was done.
Exactly.
But the funds were later given to Espace Motors.
Yes, it was disbursed into Espace accounts. That is the AGIB and Espace partnership account.
Yes.
Then Espace subsequently, purchase these trucks.
Purchase these trucks.
Yeah.
Now, Espace Motors were also the agents of Phuton. Where was this known to you?
Sorry?
Espace Motors, they double as the agents of Phuton.
Yes.
This was known to you?
It was known to us, right?
To the bank, yeah?
Yeah, obviously. For me, they already knew because Espace do not manufacture trucks.
Yes.
They don't have that capacity to do so. The only thing they can do is to purchase. So Espace can have so many agents, not only Phuton. You have all the agencies that they normally buy, and also bank also take partner with them to purchase some of these vehicles for them. So it's not only Photon who is the sole supplier to Espace. They have other, dealers, car dealers as well.
Now, if the money was paid to Espace, why would KMC pay the money to the bank?
Okay, that is the correction mark. Why would now the AGIB bank will go and reclaim or make recoveries of those funds?
Yes.
There is this agreement between Espace and AGIB.
Yes.
And I don't know if they've provided that document.
Yes.
That because though we are in the same group.
Yes.
But we have this, partnership agreement.
Joint venture agreement.
Exactly. Yes.
Please proceed.
So what happened is like when these funds were disbursed, then the trucks were purchased. Now I, as was the account officer, was responsible to go try to recover, to ensure that repayments are done. So there was this committee that was set up. It's called the Mbalit Project Committee.
Yes.
In which the former deputy mayor, Pa Musaba, was the chair.
Yes.
And I was also part of the committee.
Yeah.
So we set up this committee to ensure to look into the affairs of the Mbalit project.
Yes.
To ensure that there are no leakages in terms of revenue. So there was a time we recommended to establish or to initiate an e-ticketing system where that's where Ecotech had to come in.
You, the bank.
Yes.
Before you proceed, you don't have a relationship with KMC.
Yes, we do not have the relationship.
Why would you go to that extent to have a committee to decide how you recover the money?
Yeah, because we had this agreement with Espace. So Espace gave us the authority to go on their behalf and do this for them.
No, that's wrong. That's totally wrong. Remember, you would not give your money to KMC.
Yes.
You would not deal with KMC financially.
That's
because
true.
The bank knew that the project that KMC would sell to you is not viable.
That's true.
It was torn down. You cannot bet on machinery. The idea that the trucks would generate enough funds to pay the loan, that would not be realistic.
That's true.
No bank will ever agree to that. So you and I had agreed, you had said clearly, definitely, it was very legitimate that it was torn down. Now you are giving your money to Espace Motors, go and follow Espace Motors.
Yes. Yes, under normal circumstance,
yes,
that should have been the case.
Yes.
However, we realized that AGIB and Espace have this joint venture.
Yes.
So, Espace may not have the capacity to go over KMC to recover these funds.
You didn't know that before?
Well, we knew.
So why did you give them their money, your money?
Well, I'm not an authority to stop that activity.
I agree. I agree.
So if it happens, I cannot stop it. So, but I was tasked by my former MD to ensure to be part of the committee.
Mr. Faye, just to be clear before we move on, I am not faulting you for any of this. It is very clear you had said that what you were aware of was the fact that you had worked with KMC and Espace or KMC, and then the proposal was declined, and it was genuine that it was declined because it was not viable. How it was approved subsequently, it was not known to you. You came back to the picture to recover monies, correct?
Exactly,
okay.
Yeah.
So, but I just want you for that to be very clear. You understand that? So when I ask you questions, I am not trying to fault. If I have to fault you, I will tell you openly and directly.
Correct.
All right? Yes. So now, please explain, go further as to why or what you are doing to recover the monies.
Yes, this committee was set up, like I said earlier, and I was part of the committee to ensure that there are no revenue leakages, so that we are able to pay. KMC are able to pay this facility.
Yes.
So we've realized that it is very difficult at the first 3 months for for KMC to pay, because it was just a new project, and they were not collecting much revenue as much as they can.
Yes.
So, and the project also has some staff, it had some expenses that they made monthly, the wear and tear of the trucks, the maintenance aspect, the overheads, salaries, and the like. So there was a time they could not even pay salaries because of the revenue was not that much.
Yes.
So, and the agreement was for the Bali project itself to pay the facility.
Yes.
So that was not forthcoming.
Yes.
So we had to engage the e-ticketing,
Yes.
that is the Ecotech,
Yes.
to ensure that we do not have revenue leakages. So there was a time that the revenue was increasing.
Yes.
And by every month we used to make repayment from the Bali project.
Yes.
However,
Right.
there were some hitches, there were some difficulties to
Yes.
prepay because
Yes.
at that time the Bali project was very new.
Yes.
You cannot generate some revenue to repay.
Yes.
So we realized that the account was not doing much and we have to recover our money.
Yes.
So we placed a PND
Yes.
on the Bali project to ensure that there are no withdrawals to be done on that account,
Yes.
so that at least we can recover the money. And they later told us that, okay, they need to pay salaries, so we had to remove that PND, so which we did. And subsequently, wrote to us for us to recover the money from their main account, that is the KMC's main account.
They wrote to you. They did not write to you just that. You went there.
Yes, we went there. I was part of the team that went to KM.
Let me put to you what Senator Martin's testimony is. You know Senator Martin?
Yes.
You have met her before?
Yes.
She explained, if I recall well, which I think she explained that the AGIB bank went there when they realized that the trust could no longer fund or pay back this loan. The loan they gave to Espace Motors. They went to KMC to renegotiate, to have KMC to commit to pay the money from the general funds of council.
Yes.
Did you do that, AGIB Bank?
Yes, we did.
Who went?
Yes, I was part of the team. That
Yourself
went, myself, the former MD, the late Mr. Marena,
Yes.
and the head of business development.
Yes.
Yes, so we realized there is, if we have to follow the Mbali project, it will be very difficult for them to pay.
Yes.
So hence, and the amount involved is so exorbitant,
Yes.
that needs to be recovered.
Yes.
So we went and told them, that you need to do something. That's the time they wrote.
Yes.
After the meeting, they wrote to the bank that they can debit the KMC's main account
Yes.
whenever there is shortfall in the Mbali project.
Yes.
That's how the bank was able to recover the whole money.
But Mr. Faye,
Yes.
the bank knew this in the beginning. Correct? Any
Yes.
banker, any investment banker would know this in the beginning.
Yes, I agree.
You understand that? The bank knew it is not realistic in any given circumstance to recover this $101+ million.
Even
Yes.
me personally, that amount is so exorbitant that
Yes.
KMC, the project cannot recover. Me, I knew at that point. But however, I was just a processing officer. I am not an authority. I
Yes.
was not an authority
Absolutely.
to sign or to approve that amount.
I agree.
So if that happens, and I have some superiors that I was the account officer for KMC for almost a decade,
Yes.
obviously I had to go in to ensure that these funds are recovered.
Absolutely. No, I
Yeah.
agree 100% with you. You have to do what you have to do in your capacity, depending on the portfolio you held at the time. I don't doubt that for 1 minute. But my point is, KMC came in, they sent a proposal, the bank said, no, we can't even discuss this. We can't even have this discussion because it would be suicidal, financially suicidal.
That's true.
You opted as a bank to give your money to Espace Motors.
Yes.
Espace Motors in turn cannot pay the money. Why did the bank not go after Espace Motors?
Why did the bank didn't go after Espace
Yes,
Motors?
the loan was given to Espace Motors.
Well, I don't know why the bank didn't go after Espace
So,
rather than to
when you were
KMC.
told to recover from KMC, why would you not say that that would not be proper? The people we have an agreement with is Espace Motors, let's recover from Espace Motors.
At that point, I cannot have any issue, or I cannot say we should not go for that money at that point.
Why?
Because I was just like
Following instructions.
yes, from my authorities,
And who are the authorities?
the MD and my bosses as well.
Your bosses.
Yes,
Who were bosses at the time?
Usainu Ujala was my boss.
Usainu was there.
Yeah.
Now, I have the quantum net, a document here in relation to Futon International Trade Company Limited at Beijing, which I will show you. This document talks about the relationship between Futon and Espace Motors. Please go through that document.
Yes, I'm going through it.
Have you seen that document before?
No, I'm seeing this for the first time.
For the first time. Please let me have it. Now let me just read to you what the document says.
Okay.
It says, Futon International Trade Company Limited, Beijing. Date 27th of December 2018. So this agreement dates back to, this issue of the trucks dates back to 2018. To Cardiff Municipal Council, Mamadi Manjang Highway, Serafina de Gambia, they wrote to KMC. It reads, whereas Futon International Trade Company Limited, who are established and reputable manufacturers of motor vehicles, having factories at, well, you'll excuse me for pronouncing the French, the Chinese names, Madam Chair, having factories at Shayang Road, Shahi, Changping, District, Beijing, China, do hereby authorize Quantum Net Limited to submit a bid and subsequently negotiate and sign a contract with you against bid number KMC /ADM /2018/RT/004 for the goods manufactured by us. We confirm that Quantum Limited is an authorized agent / distributor for us in the Gambia, and that we intend to supply goods of our manufacturer to Quantum Limited if they are awarded a contract resulting from this bid. We hereby extend our full guarantee and warranty in accordance with clause 16 of the general conditions of contracts for goods tendered by Quantum Limited for supply and delivery against bid number KMC /ADM /2018/RT/004. So Espace, Quantum Net, they are agents of Futon. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So going by this alone, there would not have been any need for the bank to give loan to Espace Motors, because they were already legitimate agents for Futon.
That's true.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
So why was the bank still paying the money to Espace Motors?
Well, like
when Futon are supposed to be the ones to supply the goods, as they have indicated, KMC will procure the goods, pay for the goods if they have the money, and Futon will have sort out their agency relationship, principal agency relationship with Espace or Quantum.
Correct.
To pay them their agency fees.
Correct.
Do you understand that? Going by this, do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
So was this not known to AGIB?
Well, at that time, I do not know what at that moment.
You were not privy to this.
Yes, honestly.
And so the bank did not tell you this.
Yes, I was also not informed about this.
But going by the joint venture, the bank should have been in a position to know the relationship that Espace would have, or Quantum Net would have with the supplier, so as to know whether it is an issue of just buying directly from the supplier or an issue regarding an agency relationship where they will be supplied with goods and they will have to sell and pay back the money.
Yeah, definitely. For honestly, at that moment, honestly, I don't have any authority to say no at that moment for any transaction the bank want to do at that moment.
Yes.
I could not raise any objection on whatever activity they wanted to do at that moment.
The bank facility to Espace Motors, do you have it?
Whether I have it? No.
You don't have it.
No.
But you had explained. But you signed a type. Do you sign any form of agreement with KMC? As
no, no. If I could remember, I only witnessed.
You only witnessed.
Only witnessed the agreement between Espace and KMC.
And KMC.
Yes.
Right. Any questions for the witness, Madam Chair?
No.
Yes. In that light, we will have to call you back, Mr. Faye. Madam Chair, we will done with the witness. We'll hear Jim Gaye, and we'll have to call you back if need be for you to help us clarify some issues. But in the meantime, please sit at the lobby.
Okay.
And we may need you to give 1 or 2 statements for other issues.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gaye. Mr. Faye, sorry. That's it.
Good morning, Mr. Witness. You may kindly take your seat.
Thank you.
Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, I want to remind you once again that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
Thank you. I am.
Thank you. Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Gaye.
Morning, ma.
You're welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Mr. Gaye, before we proceed, you were asked to bring some documents.
That's correct.
What do you have?
The receipts that I was asked to bring back.
The receipts of payment
Payments. That's correct.
made to Futon.
Correct.
Yes, may I please have them.
Excuse me. Sure.
we apply to tender receipts of payment receipts from Quantum Net made to Futon for the 19 trucks into evidence as exhibit. Yes? You have other documents?
No. That was the only document that was asked of me. The rest are mine.
The payment receipts for the Mbalit project trucks contained in a binded document are hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/JG/KMC/002.
As the commission places. Now, Mr. Gaye, we had Samba Faye. You know Samba Faye?
Yeah, I know him.
Worked for AGIB Bank.
Yeah, he used to.
Come again, sir?
He used to.
Yes, he worked for AGIB Bank. No longer works for the bank. Now, do you have a copy of the joint venture agreement that you have with AGIB Bank, Espace Motors?
No, I don't. We had a partnership with.
Yes, partnership agreement you have with Espace AGIB Bank.
No, I don't have that with me.
You have never seen that partnership document before?
Of the partnership?
Yes.
I know of the account. If there was any partnership signed, I can't remember seeing it, but I know of the account and I have worked with the account.
You know?
Of the account, and I have worked with the account.
So there's a partnership agreement with AGIB and Espace Motors?
No, there's a partnership account. I don't know if there was an agreement. There's an agreement of a 60-40 percentage with AGIB.
Regarding which?
The whole process of whatever we do.
These trucks you mean specifically?
No, even before that.
Do you have, but you don't know whether it's an agreement for?
I don't know if it's written in paper. I do know there's this agreement that whenever we go into a project, we share the funds 60-40.
But that should be in an agreement. That cannot be verbal.
I'm certain that would be. You asked me if I have that. I don't have it.
You have never had access to it. You have never had access to it.
No, I haven't seen the document itself.
So the right person to ask is your general manager.
That would be correct, maybe.
Now, Madam Chairperson, we apply that the general manager of Espace Motors provide the partnership agreement or joint venture agreement with AGIB Bank in its original form.
Granted.
Thank you. Now, I was just telling you that Mr. Faye testified here, and he had explained the relationship with KMC and Espace Motors. Were you there in the beginning when the issue of the 19 trucks were discussed?
Yes, I was.
Now, how did you come to the picture, Espace Motors? Because we know that KMC first had this arrangement with the bank, AGIB Bank, and they could not really agree because the bank said that the business was not viable in relation to recovering their investment.
That would be news to me.
What
I've never
would be
heard
news to you?
that the KMC went to AGIB first before they came to us.
Okay. What do you know?
What I knew is that there was a tender, a public tender, that was floated by KMC, and we, as the division responsible for motors, we bought the document.
Mr.
And then
Mr. Gaye,
yeah.
we know you do not know about the tender through the newspaper. In fact, there was a relationship between AGIB and Espace Motors and KMC. This issue was discussed before. You understand that? The issue of the tender came at some point, and we have evidence of that.
Okay.
Do you understand that? So if you want to sit here and try to make it legitimate that you, Espace Motors, knew about this process because through a tender,
Yeah, you told me that KMC went to AGIB. I don't work at AGIB. It's a branch. So I wouldn't know if KMC had gone to AGIB to apply for some loan or something.
But Mr. Faye testified. Mr. Faye said that KMC went there. I know you may not know that initially. KMC went to AGIB Bank. AGIB Bank could not honor the agreement because it is not viable. AGIB Bank consulted with Espace Motors because they had a joint venture agreement, or you can call it a partnership agreement. That's true.
Well, like I said, I will still repeat what I said. I wouldn't know. This is first-hand information you are giving me right now.
Fair. That's fine.
Thank you.
Now let's proceed. How did you know about this? You said through a bidding process.
Yeah, there was a bidding tender document here.
Which year was this?
2018.
2018.
That's correct.
It was when you saw this in an advertisement?
Yeah, it was either an advertisement or written on papers, just like other companies would float. We bought the document, we went to KMC, we bought the document like other dealers, and then we attended the bid opening.
Now, who was representing Espace Motors?
I represented Espace Motors.
Espace Motors.
That's correct.
Now, I have the exhibit you've tendered. This is JC, that's KMC 001. Let me just show you the documents you brought. Now, what documents are those? The first one you have?
This is my letter of employment, the Futon agreement requested, Canifing QuantumNet Espace Motors documents, request for Futon invoice, and request for QuantumNet AGIB correspondence, and KMC final invoice.
The second one?
The second one details the whole correspondence to the KMC Invalid project.
Good. What is the date of the first bid that you are referring to? Do you know?
The date of the first bid?
Yes. the bidding document that you bought or the advertisement that you saw, do you have copies of the advertisement that you saw?
No, it's not in here.
Would you be able to provide that advertisement that you saw and the date that you submitted your bid?
I know I submitted on the 28th because that was the bid opening date and the submission date.
28th of
December.
So when did you learn of this?
Excuse me?
When did you learn about the bid?
When we bought the tender document, it was in the tender document.
When did you buy the tender document?
When did I buy the tender document? In December.
When in December?
Probably I will have to check when they floated the document, but
Can you provide us with the necessary documentations for that?
Sure.
It's December 2018, correct?
2018, yes, that's correct.
Yes, 2018. Now, who were you competing with?
Who I competed with, the other bidders that were there.
TK Motors was part of it?
TK was part of it, yes.
Simon
TK was
Mari?
part of it. Simon Mari was part of it. CFR was part of
Please
it.
speak into the microphone, please.
CFRO, SMADIS, TK Motors and Espace.
CFRO, Shaben,
TK and Espace.
and Espace.
Yeah, but if I may clarify here, there were different lots.
Yes, 3 lots.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. And for the compactors, it was only us and TK Motors.
For the compactors?
It was only us and TK Motors that bid.
That's lot 1? Is that lot 1?
Lot 1 and lot 2.
Lot 1 and 2.
Yeah, the council trucks was the other.
That's the 19 trucks.
The ward trucks were the 19 trucks.
Yes.
The council trucks were separate and they were 4.
There are 4.
Yeah, making 23.
Now, when you went to the opening of the bid, how were you informed that you emerged as the winner of the award?
We were written to. After their evaluation, we were written to that the bid we have been awarded the ward trucks and the council trucks, but not the other ones.
What you were supposed to pre-finance?
Yes, 3 years.
You were supposed to pre-finance?
Pre-financing, yes, for 3 years.
So Espace was to pre-finance for 3 years the 19 trucks plus.
Whoever was going to be the winner would be pre-financing. That was stated in the bidding document.
Yes. So did you have the financial muscle to pre-finance the 19 trucks?
In particular, Espace doesn't, but we have AGIB, which is part of the group. We have an account with them, partnership account, and that's where we would base our.
So you did not have the financial muscle individually, Espace Motors?
To do that?
Yes.
No, we would have to use their partnership account.
With AGIB?
With AGIB, the partnership account.
That is what I was telling you in the beginning. That is why it started.
What were you telling me?
That is where it started. The idea that you do not have the financial muscle, Espace Motors, and you had to work with AGIB. And that was why I told you, AGIB had already told us that through Samba Faye, that KMC went to them first, and they had to approach you.
I never denied that. I'm just saying I have never heard of that until you said so.
Yes.
I never said anything.
Because of the partnership account you have, that they will be funding your projects. Do you understand that? Of course, if it is viable.
If it's what?
If it is viable.
If it's viable.
Now, you agreed to finance the 19 trucks. Now, you approached AGIB Bank?
Yes, we told you, yes, we did.
How did you approach AGIB Bank? Did you write to AGIB Bank?
Yes, we wrote to AGIB Bank.
Do you have that letter?
It's in the copies that we've given to you.
It's in the?
It's in the...
Can you refer us to the letter? It's there.
Sure.
You have the documents with you. You're more familiar with these documents
than you?
I am, yes.
Here we go.
Which
Or do you want me
page?
to read it?
Yes, refer also the document itself and the page.
Well, these documents are not paged, so it is an AGIB account, AGIB QuantumNet a partnership account, and it's
Okay.
dated 26th February 2019.
It
That's
says what? 27th February?
26th February 2019.
26, sorry. And it says what?
It says we would like to apply for financing of the attached invoices under the partnership agreement. The invoices are for 19 compactor trucks for the 19 watts of KMC at 105 million, 2 skip trucks, compactor truck and septic emptier for the council total 17 million. The total grant is 122,259,000, which includes a profit margin of 21 million, split between AGIB and QuantumNet at a ratio of 60-40 respectively. That is 13 million for AGIB and 8 million for QuantumNet. We would like the facility to be fully liquidated within 36 monthly installments.
Now, who wrote this?
QuantumNet wrote this to AGIB.
As in who?
It was signed by my general manager.
Your general manager.
Yes.
Now, did
And,
please proceed.
And then countersigned by the relationship manager for AGIB Bank.
So you see, they have made reference to an agreement, to a partnership agreement there,
That is what I'm saying, yes, that is.
but which you don't have, you've never seen. You individually.
The agreement?
Yes, you have never seen, you said.
No, I don't think I've done, yeah.
Okay. That's okay. Now, did they reply, AGIB?
If there's a reply, I haven't seen it. I don't think they would need to reply. They would just need to process what we need to do.
So it's automatic?
Yeah, it's, we're in the same group.
So it's automatic?
It could be automatic.
No, it could be, it's a probability. So once you write to them, regardless of any business, they just have to fund it. That's how it works.
Maybe they did respond, I haven't seen the response.
But the documents are there.
Yeah, but the response is not here, so.
So the response is what?
It's not here. If there was a reply,
So it's not
here.
there.
It's not here.
So do you know whether they responded or not?
I can find out.
You can find out. Please
Yeah.
write that down. Find out whether they responded to that.
Okay.
Now you are now taking a facility from the bank, and there was a $21 million profit that you estimated, correct?
21 years.
Yes, which was to be shared 60-40.
Yeah.
And who will have the 60? AGIB Bank?
AGIB Bank, yeah.
And you'll have 40%.
That's correct.
Do you, or did you calculate or factor in how you would pay this loan from AGIB to you, Espace Motors?
No, we were not paying the loan. It was KMC that was paying any difference.
Why?
Because-
KMC didn't take the loan.
Because they've, yeah, indirectly they took the loan because they have
No
requested
loan,
for.
never is a loan taken indirectly. Never. Never.
Okay.
That is really very improper for you to say that indirectly they take. But I will hear you what you mean by indirectly they take the loan.
Yeah, that's correct. Because they have requested in their tender document that pre-financing is required.
Yes.
So the pre-financing is what we are giving them.
Yes.
That is correct.
I agree that.
Okay.
You are pre-financing and they are to pay you.
AGIB is, KMC is to pay us.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
They are to
yeah.
pay Espace Motors.
That's correct.
Because AGIB Bank would not give their money to KMC.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, AGIB Bank would not give their money to KMC because they had already ruled, and I'm telling you that this project was not viable. You had said that it was not to your notice, which is okay. Come again?
Oh, no, I was going to ask who said the project was not viable
AGIB Bank.
at AGIB Bank.
Yes, you said you don't know, have that information. I had told you, Samba Faye already testified, and he said initially it was torn down by the credits committee because it was not viable.
Okay.
And you and I know it was not viable because the project had to fund itself. Is that not the agreement?
No, maybe you know, but I didn't know. I knew it was viable.
Now,
We at Espace knew it was viable because we knew they were going to be charging. It was not a charity that they were giving to the public KMC Commission residents. They were charging individually for ballot collections. And they yeah.
Gaye, let's get to that. In fact, quickly. You were given a facility by AGIB Bank, but you would not pay AGIB Bank. KMC would have to pay the facility, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
That's correct. Now, how did you expect KMC to pay the facility? How do you think KMC will be able to pay the facility? What was the agreement?
There was a breakdown of 36 months. Each month they were supposed to pay a certain amount. These amounts they were supposed to collect from the Mali project.
Yes.
And they have already did their homework, and they knew how much they were going to charge per household.
Did they tell you?
Yeah, I knew from them, yeah, that they were going to charge $25 per bag or something at the beginning.
Did they give you a document?
No, they didn't.
It was a verbal information that you received?
That is correct. It was not something that was written to us, but it was announced that it was going to be $25 per bag.
KMC gave you a verbal evaluation of how much they will make, and you bought into that and then commit yourself to $105 million?
No, they said, they didn't give us that, they said so.
Verbally?
Yes, verbally they said so.
I am saying KMC gave you verbal confirmation or verbal report of how much they expect to make from these 19 wards.
That is correct.
And you acted on the verbal information and commit yourself to $105 million?
Yes.
Mr. Gaye, something is not added up here.
No, something will add up.
Please help us for it to add up.
Yeah. We knew there was a problem of ballot within the KMC community.
Yes.
This was a new project coming in for the first time at not only in KMC, but probably in the whole of the Gambia.
Yes.
Okay. And
you want to help?
We also have a social corporate responsibility.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And we knew that over the period of 3 years, if we work with AGIB, they were supposed to set up offices at each ward, collections and payment receipts and all that stuff. Everything was worked out, and every month they will be paying into the account that AGIB will control for us. And they did pay before the end of at the end of the 3 years. Everything was liquidated.
Do you know what people should stop doing?
What did we stop doing?
Do you know what you should stop doing? Trying to cover up with the idea or with the jacket that the people needed this, and it was something that was good, that there was a valid project, it was supposed to be good. No one doubts that. We have a corporate social responsibility. No one doubts that. We want to have the waste to be collected. Don't play to the emotions of the people to do some illegal acts. Don't do that. We are discussing here the legality of the process. Let's stick to the legality of the process.
Okay.
If it is legal, we go by it. And you help us to know what was done. But the idea that people needed it, I don't care.
Okay.
I really don't care.
Okay.
The idea that it was good for the people, I don't care. I really don't care. Do you understand that?
I understand.
It has to be done right.
Yeah.
It has to be done right. And we are trying to figure out whether it was done right or not. And you will help us to know whether it was done right or not.
That's what I'm trying to do.
So let's limit ourselves to that. Let's not play into any emotions. Let's limit ourselves to the process.
Okay.
Okay?
No problem.
Very well.
Okay.
Mr. Gaye.
Yes.
You were given, I will repeat, a verbal information as to how much KMC would generate, or how much they intend to, or they know that they will generate from these 19 trucks when they are being supplied from the wards, correct?
That's correct.
And you had said your evidence is you never received any form of feasibility studies in form of documentation or a report of any kind to show exactly how much money they can generate for the trucks to guarantee themselves.
I didn't receive that. That's correct too.
But then you acted on the verbal information.
No,
as a company, Espace Motors, you went to the bank and contracted $105 million plus dollars. Correct?
That's correct.
Was that proper?
Yes,
That's normal business procedure.
we believe it was a viable project for us, so we went into it. Because
what was the fallback on? How do you guarantee making the money?
How we guaranteed making the money was making sure that the AGIB bank, which is our arm that is responsible for collection of money,
yes,
will be collecting the payments. It was not Espace that were directly doing so.
Now let me tell you why it was viable. And you had already told you it was turned down first by the bank. No bank will invest their money on that. If it was viable, the bank would have dealt with KMC directly. They knew it was not viable, but they know they will get their money anyways, because it's an institution. Public funds are paid to it. Now, were the 19 trucks from these wards able to pay the loan?
They, as far as we knew, they were paying. They were paying.
The 19 trucks, did they end up paying for this loan from the money that the Mbalit project generated?
Individually, I'm not sure if they end up paying, but the KMC in general, at the end of the 3-year financing period.
You should answer my question. We know that the money was paid by KMC subsequently, but we know it was paid from the general funds. We know the Mbalit project did not even make a token or quarter of what was expected. We had evidence of that.
Okay.
That was known from the word go. Jim Gaye said it was a non-starter. You want to sit here? Sorry, not Jim Gaye, Samba, Faye said it was a non-starter. Did the Mbalit generate enough money to pay for this 105 million plus? Tell us it.
I'm not sure if the wards gained enough money to pay. The accounts were being followed up and monitored by AGIB. So
you had no interest to know how the monies were made or generated. You only care about your money, which you knew in the beginning that the money would be paid anyways.
Yes, because there were some lineups that we were taking to make sure that when, for example, a ward defaults in payment, AGIB will hold onto a specific account to withdraw that amount for that monthly payment, and then
show us that in any of the agreements.
Sure.
As you are looking at that, which you will see, you realize that it was an after agreement, an afterthought, that the bank had to go to KMC and renegotiate for KMC to pay from the general funds. If you can't see it, we will give you time to have access to those documents during break, and you come back. We can proceed with other issues.
Okay, it's right here. It says 1.3.6.
Of what document?
Of our signed contract document between Canifing and Espace Matters.
Date?
(6th March 2019).
2019, 6th March.
That's correct.
Says what?
It says council will maintain a fixed deposit account
Yes.
in the books of AGIB Bank Limited
Yes.
with a minimum balance of $4 million
Yes.
at all times. Shortfalls in the monthly installments will be covered from the fixed deposit account, and the account replenished immediately with no less than the amount of the installment recovered thereof.
Yes. There was an investment account. There was an account opened in AGIB.
Yeah. This
Understand
means that the ward account, the wards, the 19 wards,
Yes.
the fixed deposit of 4 million.
Yes.
If any of the 19 wards default in payment,
Yes.
they will use that until at such times when it is paid back.
In January 2019, the minutes of the meetings in January 2019, the agreement is very clear. It says 3.1, the individual wards will recover the cost of the service, collection and transfer from household and businesses by collecting user fees, which will be utilized to pay off the cost of the trucks. In the event some wards cannot meet their monthly payment obligations, they can borrow from other wards with healthy bank balances so that none of the wards will be at default. This will circumvent financial penalties to the defaulting wards. However, there must be assurance that the money will be paid back to the creditors. You understand that?
Okay.
That in order to provide additional security for the ward, council will open an investment account with AGIB Bank. You understand that? So monies that were generated from the ballot would have to be in the account.
Okay.
And KMC and AGIB will recover their monies from that account.
Okay.
So be it as it may, the monies that were generated from the ballot would have to be the ones to fund the project.
That's correct. That was the whole
Yes.
idea. Yeah.
So that was why there was an agreement to open the account with AGIB.
Yes.
And monies from the ballot will be paid directly to that account.
That's correct.
Yes. So that's the issue. But KMC did not even take the loan in the first place. Espace Motors took the loan. Do you understand that? You're the ones who took the loan in the first place. You're the ones who AGIB Bank financed. Correct?
That's correct.
But you had an agency agreement with Futon. Do you not have one?
Yeah, we have an agreement with Futon as the distributor, yes.
An agency agreement.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, under the terms of the agency agreement that you have with Futon, were they not in a position to supply you with the trucks, and you supply to your intended buyers?
No.
Why?
We have to purchase the trucks
You said that before.
and distribute them. Yes, we are the distributor.
You're not agents.
Agent and distributor are the same.
They're not the same. They can be different.
Okay.
If you're a distributor, you may be in a position to buy and sell. If you're an agent, that's a different obligation altogether.
Okay.
You act for the principal. All that the principal is doing, you have the right to do. So they can supply you, and you supply and get paid and pay them and get your commission.
No, we don't work like that.
Do you sign an agreement with Futon?
Yes, we have signed an agreement.
Where is that agreement?
It's in this document.
Can we see that agreement with Futon? Please help me with the date of the agreement.
With the date of the
Agreement.
4.
The date of the agreement.
It's on page 4.
The date when it was.
It's on
signed.
page 4. Page 4.
What is the date of the agreement?
1st of June 2017 to 31st of May 2027.
Now, let's proceed with other issues. Now, you won lot 1, and how about lot 2?
Yeah, the council trucks.
Was it also? Did you also bid for that one?
Yeah, there were 2 separate bids. Lot 1 was
Yes.
the 19 trucks. The other bid was for the council trucks, 4 trucks. We won that one too.
And you submitted bids for both of these?
Yeah,
Both?
we did.
Yeah, lots. Now, the insurance. What was the agreement you had with insuring the vehicles?
With insuring the vehicles, they were supposed to insure the vehicles on their own, but at a certain stage, they could not.
Where is that stated in the agreement? Is that in the agreement that they have to insure the vehicles?
That they have to insure the vehicles? No, that was not part of the tender.
That was not discussed?
No, it wasn't discussed.
Okay, but proceed, please.
Yeah, they wrote to us to say that they can only pay for 50% of the insurance.
Yes.
And they wanted us to pay the balance, which is the other 50%.
Yes.
So we wrote to AGIB, and they wanted this to be financed too. You know, so
What do you mean to be financed?
to be spread over the period of the financing period, which is 3 years. So the 1 million in general was supposed to be spread over 3 years.
Yes.
And charged to KMC. So we wrote to AGIB that they said they will make a payment of the 50%. So if AGIB receives the 50%, then let them credit them with the other 50% for them to pay the insurance companies, and then add it to that. Yeah.
So that was done. All the vehicles were.
That was done, and everybody
were insured.
And all the vehicles were insured. Yeah.
How many in total?
23.
23.
19 for the wards, 4 for the council.
And you paid for 50% of.
50% of it, yes.
Of this thing.
That's correct.
Now, you've received an invoice from Futon?
Did you what?
You have received an invoice from Futon?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Can you guide us through the invoice you've received from Futon? Would you need this one?
No, I can just use my copy, and I'll direct you to.
No, we don't. Let's go by what you submitted, the documents you have submitted.
Yeah. Okay, it's right here.
What copy do you have? Can I see the copies you have?
Yes.
Yeah. So you may please go by the exhibits that we have that you have submitted.
Do you have the page with the invoice?
Yes.
Okay.
Which page is that?
You were asking about the invoice.
Yes, from Futon.
From Futon, yes. That's
to
why.
Espace Motors.
To Espace Motors, yes.
Yes.
You have it with you in front of you.
Just give me the page, and
Okay.
you will.
No, it's not numbered. That's why I'm asking.
No, I don't have a page number.
Okay, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4th to last page.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the heading?
Pro forma invoice.
Date?
12/11/2018.
12th November 2018.
Yes.
Okay, but can you please guide us through the pro forma invoice?
It says, it gave the description of the compactor trucks, 20-ton, 19 units is 19, and the amount is $90,000, 910
Per
per unit per vehicle.
19.
19 units, yeah.
90
90 per unit. It's 90.
per vehicle.
Yeah, 910 per vehicle.
90910.
Yeah,
Okay.
per vehicle. So the total is 1727290.
For 19.
Yeah, for the 19. Yeah.
1727290.
290. Yeah,
What was the rate at the time? The dollars
I think it was like 50.
50.
Yeah.
And how much would that be?
I don't have a calculator with me. Let me check on my phone.
Going by 50, it will be 90. It will be 4,445,500 dollars. Going by 50, if that is the rate. Are you sure the rate was 50?
I gotta check that.
You can reconfirm. Now, did you send another invoice to KMC or AGIB Bank?
Did we send another invoice?
Yeah. Or did you send this same invoice?
No, we sent an invoice on our own letterhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you please guide us through the invoice you sent on your own letterhead?
Okay. Do you want to complete the whole list for the trucks? Or?
Yes, you can go ahead, sir.
Yeah, then that was for the ward trucks.
Yes.
The council trucks was one compactor truck 4x2.
Yes.
It was 74,900.
74.
US dollars.
Yes.
The two skip trucks were $69,800.
$69,800.
And it was two, so the total was $139,600.
So what is the difference between the ward trucks and the council trucks?
The ward trucks were all like 10 wheels trucks. The council truck was one, and it was like 6-wheel truck.
Now the invoice you've sent to KMC and AGIB Bank?
Do you want me to exhaust the invoice, or
Please proceed.
There was one more septic emptier, and it was 81,840
Yes.
US dollars.
Proceed, sir.
Okay. The invoice we sent to KMC
Yes.
was in Dalasses, and the total for the 19 compactor trucks for the wards was 115,094,875.50.
You did not send any invoice in relation to the unit price? Can you check again, please? You have a Quantum Net Combined Limited an invoice sent to the Lord Mayor Caribbean Municipal Council, Secretary of the Gambia, January 21st, 2019. It should be among the last pages.
It was sent to who?
To the Lord Mayor, Caribbean Municipal Council. You have seen it, sir?
No.
Can I assist you? Maybe I can help you to see. Do you want me to assist you?
Sure. Do you?
Do you need assistance, sir?
Yeah, I'm giving it to you right now. That's fine.
May I have the other document? First, I will give you this one. That you have in your, I believe, bid document. It contains the unit price. It was sent to KMC. What document is that?
Is the price schedule on the bidding document?
The price schedule.
Yeah, the price schedule.
And
yeah.
what do you have there as the, where it was sent to KMC, correct?
Yeah, this was submitted with our bid, yeah.
To the bid, yeah. How much do you have there as your unit price?
121,152.5.
121.
Yes.
What date is that?
This was 27th December, the day of the bid opening.
With December which?
27th, 2018.
2018.
Mm-hmm.
But you had already received the invoice from Futon. Oh?
Yes, yes, under the,
You've already received your invoice from Futon,
yes,
which is 90,000
which is 90,000, yes. Dollars,
And you
yes.
sent as the unit price, you stated 121,000.
That's correct.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, this is our total unit price, including the financing, but it was renegotiated down.
Which financing? You did not finance anything, but that's fine. Let's proceed. 121.
Yes.
And it was negotiated to what amount?
The total amount it came down to in the losses was 105.
No, let's go by what you have in your invoices with respect to dollars, then we can do the conversion.
Okay. Let me.
So, going by your unit price that you have sent in your bid document is about more than $30,000 per truck more. Correct? From what you receive from Futon,
31.
it
Yes.
would be more than it would be about $31,000, correct? More.
31, correct.
And you said that is because of the financing, and that is for every truck. Agree?
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yes, I mean.
And if you were to go by, and altogether it's about 20, if you were to go by 19 trucks, there will be about $589,000 difference with respect to what you have received
Okay.
and what you have sent. Correct?
That's correct.
But you were explaining the price went down.
Yeah, we did. We had a meeting with them, and we had series of correspondence with them where they had requested for a discount and invited us for a meeting, and we did that. And They also had some contracted people to renegotiate the prices, and we did the negotiation. And at the end of the day, for the 19 trucks, we gave them a $200,000 discount.
Let's go by the unit prices to understand it better.
Okay. We discounted $10,526.32 per truck.
Per truck. Where did you get that?
There you go.
No, you can read it out. Just read it out.
Oh, just read it out, okay. The 19 trucks, the unit price was the total price was 121, and we discounted 152.50
USD.
US dollars, yes. So we gave a discount of $200,000, and the unit price for the discount was $10,526.32.
So from 121, how much will now be the unit price?
It came to $2,101 for the total. It came to $2,101, $879. So we discounted a total of per unit $110,000 for the 19 trucks, and instead of $2,301, it came to $2,101.
So from 121, it came down to 120.
101.
101.
Yes, 101.
Per truck.
Per truck. For the whole unit.
For the whole unit.
Yeah, for the whole units.
No, I'm talking. That's for the entire 19.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm referring to the per truck from $121,000. You were saying it comes down to
we took 10,526.32.
Yes.
So the new price was 110,626.18.
Now, how did you calculate this for financing? You did this with the bank?
Yes, that's correct.
You did this with the bank?
Yes, we did it with the bank, yes.
With the bank.
Yeah.
And so, perhaps every truck you had $2 million is, or thereabout, addition with the bank you had agreed with this amount?
Yes, because
this is... How much was realized altogether from these 19 trucks? Just the 19 trucks, excluding the 3.
How much did we?
How much was realized altogether, the 60-40%?
I wouldn't know the figure of it, but it was 60-40, so I wouldn't know the figure of it.
We are going on break, so you will be able to guide us as well. We'll come back to other issues when we are after break, regarding your agreement with Futon and KMC as well. Madam Chair, if there are any questions for the witness, you want to stop with the witness at this point and proceed with the witness after break.
Yes, Mr. Gaye, going by your statement for the 28th of July 2023, this is as per reconciliations done with AGIB, KMC, and Espace. Is that correct? Did you get what I was saying?
No, I did not get that one.
I said, going by your additional statement, dated the 28th of July 2023, this was pursuant to a reconciliation that you have made with KMC, in particular Sirif Njai, and Espace AGIB. So the amounts and the figures you are giving us, are they the same as what is contained herein as the contract summary, which indicated that the subtotal is 123,188,873.76?
They would be the same up to a certain point when they had extra bins. The extra bins, they had ordered 8 extra bins, and the extra bins, they were supposed to pay for it directly, but realized the funds were not available, so they wanted to refinance it.
No, but in here, the grand total, that is what I read to you. Or am I mistaken? Because you indicated that the grand total is 126,700,700.
Okay, you read, yeah, that's correct.
873.76.
Yes. Yeah,
because your subtotal is 123 million.
That's correct.
188,873.76.
Yeah, if you look at the records, it would show that all the 3 figures there were financing. The bills came later. And it said direct payment.
We will come back to this because I'm finding it difficult to reconcile what you were giving and what is contained in your statement.
What is contained in this?
When we come back after the break, we'll have clarity on that.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. We may rise.